Summertime is here, school is out, the kids are excited, they have free time, but that excitement can turn into boredom, and it's prevalent especially in teens because they want a little bit of independence. It may seem like not that big of a deal, but it turns out boredom can lead teens to engage in risky behavior. So what can you do as a parent to try to find some solutions to summertime boredom? Here to explain the problem and give us some answers is licensed social worker and president and CEO of Daniel Memorial, Jim Clark. Good morning to you, Jim.
Good morning, Stacy.
Yeah, teens, besides sitting in front of the TV and playing on the computer.
Right. It's during the summer is a really important time, and if parents haven't already planned for it, they really need to plan now because keeping kids active and involved is such a critical part of their growth and development. And in fact, there's a study that's at Columbia University that was done by the National Center on Addictions and Substance Abuse that found that kids who were, quote, identified as bored were 50% more likely to engage in smoking, drug involvement, illicit activities. And we all know that kids between the ages of 12 to 17 are at risk anyway. So it's very important for parents to really kind of take a note of what their summer routine is going to be.
Absolutely. So we put this together. Well, there you go. There you see what the National Center for Addiction says. And it's important for parents to come up, as you said, with a routine and kind of get that kid going in the direction that you hope they'll maintain throughout the summer. So you say come up with a plan for your teens.
That's right. You really need to have some sort of plan. And the best thing to do, of course, is to get them involved with that plan. If you don't know what your child's interest is, then talk to them. That's a great opportunity to do that. In addition to that, find out what ideas that they have. Everybody who is involved in a decision seems to be more invested in that decision. And this plan should say, what do we want to accomplish during the year? This summer, how many books do we want to have read? And the other one is just establishing a routine. And it's so important for a routine to be established so the kids have some summer schedule, what they're actually going to be doing.
All right, and there are some ideas that we've got now for what your kids can do to stay active. You know, this is supposedly one of the worst job markets for teenagers for finding a summer job.
That's correct, but it's still important to go out there and look and help them do resumes and things of that sort. Volunteering is always a great thing. It has good value for the child themselves, along with doing some good things. They have the opportunity for other people to compliment them. And let's not forget about looking for lessons. That can be summer camp. That can be any kind of activity that will help exploit a child's interests. And like you said, it might be tough to get a job, but they can. And we all know that the obesity factor, exercising, getting into a regular routine, perhaps it's the Y, perhaps it's the Boys and Girls Club, but getting them to exercise and get off that couch. And as you know, I think a family night is always a good thing. Have a regular routine as a family. It might be that you go to the mall, like my daughter wanted to always do. That was our kind of summer activity at times, always doing one day at the mall. But have some kind of family night activity of some sort.
Well, Jim, it's always great to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And hopefully you took away something with that. If you need some more information on how to prevent teen summertime boredom, go to danielkids.org. We've posted additional information on our website, newsforjacks.com.